Butler here, Manager of Environmental and Safety with Central Iowa Power Cooperative. And today we're going to show you some tips on getting your car winter ready and also some tips on what to do when you're out driving that weather. Okay, you're at your car. Before you take off and the roads are icy and a lot of snow coming down, you're going to want to do a bumper to bumper before you even leave the driveway. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's pop the hood. All right, so a couple things that you can look for. The coolant's probably going to be okay. If you have an older model, you might want to check just to make sure you have enough coolant in your car. But it's also very critical that you have enough windshield wiper fluid. And that's usually pretty easy to find. You don't have to get confused. You just have to look for this little emblem here that shows water sprouting out to a window. Let's pop that open. Take a look. This actually looks pretty dry. Looks like we could add some to that one. Next step, very important, is your windshield wiper blades. These are something we neglect pretty much throughout the year. We make it through the spring, feeling pretty good about ourselves. And then you end up out on the road sometime with ice on your windshield and the wipers are going over that, just moving the ice around. You still can't see very well. So make sure that you get some really good heavy duty windshield wiper blades and get those changed. Get a brand new pair on there at the beginning of the winter and you'll not regret it. It'll be a good idea, especially when you're passing those semis on the interstate. Let's take a look at the cab. Some other tips, of course, you want to make sure when you're in your cab, your mirrors are adjusted, your seat's adjusted just where you want it, and you're very familiar with where all the controls are. Make sure you check all your lights, so headlights, tail lights, anything of that nature, brake lights. All of these are very important. Make sure that those are also clear, so they're wiped away if there's any snow. So what's next? Well, let's look at our tires. Are they properly aired? Now, you probably have a newer model, and if you do, those cars often have the air pressure. You can check it right on your console. If you want to check your tread depth, you could do something really simple. You just take a penny. It's got Lincoln's face on there, Lincoln's head, right? So you just go in there and you push his head down in there, and you want to make sure his head actually goes inside the tread to where you can't see it. And you've got a good depth there. All right, back on the back here. Everything's pretty simple. You usually have a rear wiper here that you need to check out, make sure that that's functioning well. And make sure your license plate's always legible. People can see it. It's cleared away from any snow and ice and dirt and those kinds of things. Also, if your car was sitting outside overnight, make sure you clear off the top. All that snow on there. I know even when you take off sometimes it might just seem like a couple inches are on there and you're thinking that's no big deal, but sometimes you have some ice that melted on the bottom of that, and that could end up sliding off and hitting another car or sliding forward and obstructing your vision at a very important time at an intersection or something like that. So those are your tips, at least for getting the car ready for the road.